Hello friends, Namaskar. I am Dr. Ashish Shah on behalf of Samanvay Briefings. Today's topic is very interesting. As you are all aware that there is great bonhomie going on between India and China. Yes, you heard it right, India and China. So, the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi was in India for a couple of days, after which he went to Pakistan as well as Afghanistan. But the kind of statements that were made in India, not only by the Chinese FM, but also by Jaishankar ji and even PM Modi, were all very, very positive. So let's discuss how this relationship will it stand the test of time, or it's just a tactical sort of deviation because of the tariff imposed by President Trump on India, or this will last for years to come. So my first request to all the listeners, and especially our Chinese friends as well as Indian friends, that please don't see India-China relationship from a 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, even 100 year of time frame. It has to be looked from 1,000 years of time frame. Yes, 1,000 years. We both are great civilizations. We both have a history of living together peacefully for the last uh, more than 2,000, 3,000 years. And we have stood the test of time for so many years. It was only recent times that there have been differences as well as skirmishes between the two countries, and not to speak about the war of 1962. Right? But if you see the time frame of 3-4 thousand, then these are nothing. These are just you can say random event that can happen in any relationship, right? So the first thing that we have to keep in mind is to have a larger view and a larger time frame in mind. As you know, Indians don't trust China, and China doesn't trust, Chinese don't trust India. That is known to everyone. So this mistrust is going to stay there. No one should expect, and no one should uh, what to say, hope for that this mistrust will just evaporate, and there will be all rosy and positive things between India and China. That is not going to happen. Okay, at least in the shorter time frame. But yes, if the relation continues in a positive manner for a decade or maybe more, then of course this mistrust can also be removed. Okay, so let's be honest on that. That there will be hiccups, there will be challenges, the mistrust factor will be there, but we have to overcome it by continuing our support on economic and bilateral relationship, and then continue to cement the ties. That is the basic principle that both the countries have to follow. So the first thing is, or rather second thing is, that both the nations should not go for short-term gains. There is no short-term gains in a international relationship. See what US is doing with India. It's going for short-term gains. It's going for short-term gains. Otherwise, there was no need for imposing these tariffs, right? While on the contrary, Russia and India has stood the test of time for many decades, and that's why the relationship is cementing by each day, right? So there are no short-term gains in international relationship. The Chinese as well as Indian leadership must understand this, especially the Chinese leadership, that no one will gain by short-term gains, and we should look for long-term gains. Another important factor is that both the nations should be sensitive to each other's concerns and fears. This was also mentioned by our EM Jaishankar ji when he was speaking on the visit of the Chinese FM Wang Yi to India, right? That we have to be sensitive towards each other, right? Sensitivity has to be kept in mind, right? This is very important. So if China collaborates with Pakistan at a military level, so that hurts India. Similarly, if India does something to hurt Chinese sensitivity, it should definitely be a uh, problem for maintaining good relationship. So we have to be careful on for each other's sensitivity, and must not do something that creates an negative environment, as well as uh, enhances some mistrust between the two nations. This is also very important. So I think with this relationship taken off on a trade sort of thing, where trade can be enhanced between the two nations, as well as culture and travel can be promoted by the, because China also has a very uh, good Buddhism spread out there, as well as many Chinese scholars have visited India, especially the Nalanda University. So we have a lot of common things in common, and we can explore this for further enhancing the cultural part of the two nations. So, starting with trade, culture, and travel, uh, like things, we can also try to remove the hurdles that are especially on the border front, especially for the China Pakistan collaboration, military cooperation. This can be taken side by side, and can be tried to remove at least at a small level or low level. So that is the way to go forward. It's good that this thing is happening, and irrespective of whether America maintains good relationship with India, or whether America maintains good relationship with China, let now this be a permanent kind of thing between India and China, and let us try to build this relationship, uh, because this will bring the real peace and prosperity in the world, right? Two such big nations like India and China, if they cooperate, the world will definitely uh, will have a lot of peace as well as prosperity uh, based on this fact. So we wish both the nations a very good and positive start, and hope that things will only improve here on. Thank you very much for watching our video. Do like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot.